I'm Holly Davis, and I've been working as a professional animal communicator for nearly 27 years now. So today I'm going to be talking about how music can actually help animals. So you may have already experienced something yourself called frisson. So frisson is to do with when you hear certain music and you get goosebumps, you have like a nervous system response to it, a psychological, physiological response. So obviously different types of music can alter mood massively and also alter the brainwave state. So if you think about the difference between sort of like rock music, heavy metal music, and relaxing music such as classical or lo-fi, they make you feel different. They put you in different frames of mind. They put you in different types of moods. And it's very much the same for animals. There were actually experiments run to do with chickens who were played really, really sort of like chilling music. And what happened was they actually found that the egg yield went up and that they were starting to lay more eggs. So that kind of shows how much more it relaxed them and how it had a physiological response for them. So if you've ever listened to something like lo-fi, you'll definitely know how much it can relax you. It's that sort of music in the background that's quite relaxing. So the same happens with animals as well. So when you play music around animals, it will have an effect on their brainwave state and on their nervous system and how they start to feel. So there are specific music, sort of like CDs, Spotify have it as well, music that's especially made for animals. Now, a lot of us will think that classical music can be quite relaxing, but what can happen during classical music is you can have those sudden sort of really unexpected upbeats and things like that, or in some of the videos on YouTube for music, ads will suddenly cut in. And so it's really important that the music that you use for animals in order to help them relax is very much consistent. And I remember watching about it on a television program once where somebody had about 4 or 5 dogs that were absolutely huge, really boisterous, always sort of jumping and bouncing around the living room. And what they actually did was they did an experiment with that as well, whereby they played the music and all of a sudden within sort of about 10 minutes, all of the dogs were led quietly. Another way that it can help with calming animals, but also, with nervous animals as well, is to basically drown out other background noises. It might be that because of their acute hearing that you can't completely drown it out, but by having it quietly playing in the background, it will help to counter it. So it's one of those things as well that's good for you. So if you had sort of like that quiet music playing, say for instance, if you work at home like I do, and you've got it playing in the background, that will have an influence on your animal as well. And it's a really good way that's non-intrusive that can make them feel comfortable. I've come across a lot of people that sort of like put radios on and things like that in sort of stables when the horses are in. That's not always a good idea from the point of view if you don't have control over what music's being played, and that can be a little bit overstimulating for them. There is actually something as well called binaural beats. And the way that that works is that two different beats, two different types of music are put together. And what happens is when headphones are used, so obviously I wouldn't recommend that you use headphones on your animal, but if you were to do it for yourself, what actually happens is where the music goes in from one ear, from each ear, the brain will recognize the difference between the two, and that's what it will synchronize to. So the thing is to remember here as well is the more relaxed that you are, the more relaxed that your pet or your horse is going to be too. So another way in which music can help them is you listening to it. And so by using it also through meditation, it calms your nervous system and in such a way that your animal is going to feel that change in you that will also help them relax. So it's beneficial basically for both of you. So if you'd like to check out the video description, I'll actually put some links in there to music that is ad-free that you can actually use for your animals. Another one that's really good as well visually for cats is some of the bird table videos that you can get as well. And you've got that sort of like wildlife, you know, the birds chirping and everything type music there. If you can call, well, it is sort of music if you think about it, it's tune. But also as well, it means that your cat has got something to watch as well. So that's another one that you can look at. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to put in ones that are music for animals. So please do check them out. Do comment, do let me know how you get on with it because it might help you too. And I'll also put in a couple of links for lo-fi as well because those are some really good musics that can help with your pets too, but also yourself. So in the meantime, take care. Don't forget to comment. Let me know how you get on because I'll be really interested to hear about that. And as I said earlier as well, I believe that there's some on Spotify as well that's specially made for animals. Take care.